What's up, everybody? This is Colin from Holistic Heritage Homestead. I hope you're all well. Here we are in the Ozarks, coming to the evening. Sun's going down, beautiful day, and we think spring might be here. Our Jerusalem artichokes, also known as sunchokes, are coming back in full force. Okay. Now, let me talk to you about this plant and why we think you should consider it, okay? Jerusalem artichokes, also known as sunchokes. They have a few other names. By the way, I just like to clarify, just so you know, because I don't want you to change your perspective as far as the nature of the plant. It's not an artichoke, okay? The name is kind of a misnomer. It's a mistranslation from Italian to English, I believe, and it had something to do with the word Jerusa, or that derivative or that root that actually meant sunflower. Okay, so they don't behave like artichokes. They actually behave more like a sunflower. They are sunflower in the sunflower family, right? Sunflower is usually, you harvest the seeds, right? These you harvest the little tubers, kind of like potatoes, actually. And these are one of my ultimate recommendations for a great survival crop. Why? Anytime you can produce your macros, your proteins, your carbs, your fats. Protein's a little more difficult with gardening, obviously, so livestock as well, but you produce your own proteins, carbs, and fats. These starchy tubers are great because they're easy to harvest, they're perennial, they're cold hardy. You plant them, you set them, you forget them, you do nothing. Hard times come, a little bit of water, they come back. Gets very hot, they come back. Super cold, they come back. As I recommend, check our top 10 tips for beginner gardeners. That video, okay, check it out. Know your zone. These are perennial in many zones. So, if you like the idea, hang with me, of having food that puts up a beautiful flower, by the way. Again, a lot of the food stuff is just as, if not more beautiful, in my opinion, as far as flowers and being ornamental, than a lot of your just non-edible plants, okay? In plain sight, lots of food, pretty much in perpetuity. You don't have to do much. We mulch this, not even, it's just sticks, right? And some leaves. And last year's previous pieces of the plant, that's it. You wouldn't even have to do that, right? A lot of people use these to break up hardpan or clay. I can't say if that's really true or good or not. I would assume they would. But they contain, again, high amounts of inulin, which is hard to digest for a lot of people. It does give people gas, quite frankly. There are ways to remedy that. You can ferment them. You can cook them longer. There's lots of different ways to do. You can limit your intake, use some common sense, whatever. But at the end of the day, calories, starches, carbs, macros, right, matter. And the fact that you could put this somewhere on your property, in plain sight or hidden, or I don't know, some people are into guerrilla gardening, but I'm not saying I condone that kind of stuff, but do what you got to do to survive, folks, right? Get ready. Listen, everyone's freaking out. That's cool. Whatever, I get it. Grow your own food. Native Americans have been growing this for very, very, very long time for good reason. Large output for a little bit of input, a great return on your investment. And at the end of the day, you have to have a business mind for this stuff too, right, folks? Okay? Be smart. I recommend these. I recommend having them somewhere where you can control their invasive character, maybe an isolated bed or somewhere. Definitely not near your neighbor's property. Don't do that. Let me know if you like them. Let me know if you don't. This was just to, again, get you to think and research. This is not a detailed video. We're gonna have in-detail videos where we go through A through Z on this plant and do a full plant review. This was to make you think about it because we think it's time sensitive to think about food security right now, folks. That's what we think, okay, respectfully. So consider giving it a grow. Like, comment, subscribe. Again, we appreciate that so much. And let us know down below what other survival crops you recommend, what you'd like us to cover in our survival gardening series. Just give us some feedback. Hope you're all well. Take care.